On New Year's Day of 2022, a group of young boys decided to visit the Lake Kariba of Zambia just to have a good time. But what they did not know was death was just moments away. The boys were said to have camped in a secondary school with other Seventh-day Adventist church members from other districts. They had been on a church retreat since 26th of December the previous year, 2021. So that morning, on the 1st of January 2022, some of the boys decided to visit the lake just to have fun, just to catch cruise. I mean, it's New Year's Day. So some of the boys decided that maybe for fun, they should visit the lake and just have a good time by the shores. They didn't really have any big plans or any major thing to do. When they got to the lake, they saw a shaft, a fisherman's ridge, very close to the shore but into the waters a little. And when they saw the shaft, they also saw a group of boys playing on it. So this was like, okay, the scene is set. They took off their clothes and decided to join the boys who were already jumping off the shaft and having a good time. They were playing, swimming, taking turns to dive, and just all around having the best time of their lives. Everything was said to be going well until they noticed that the shaft was moving deep into the waters. It was like, what's happening? How come the waters that we're diving into is getting deeper? And then they realized that, wait, this ridge has moved way into the water. Now, one account had it that the boys told the sailor who was now driving the shaft to stop because they realized that somebody was now moving the shaft. The owner of the boat is now moving it into the waters, and they were like, sir, you have to stop because we are not from here. We come from a church camp and we have to go back to our camp. And it was said that the sailor did not listen to them and just continued driving. And frustratedly, the boys decided that the only option was for them to jump into the water and see if they could swim back to shore. And so it was said 8 of them jumped into the water and made their way towards the shore. However, only 2 made it alive to land. The other 6 unfortunately drowned. The second account claims that it was the sailor who had told the boys to get out of the shaft, that he was going for work and he was about to move. And the boys, in their rebellious self, refused. Many of them are within the ages of 18 to 25, so they were quite young boys. So obviously, it's not surprising to learn that they had revolted a little. It wouldn't be anything out of the ordinary. That is what a lot of young boys do. But then the account claims that the sailor told the boys that they had to come down from the shaft, that he was about to move it, and the boys kept thinking he was joking because the sailor himself was also a young boy too, within their age. So it wasn't like an older man or an elderly man that they could have listened to. So I guess maybe the fact that the sailor was equally a young man that's 25 years old, just like them, they probably did not take him seriously when he told them that they had to come down. So when the sailor told them to come down, they refused. And so he was like, you know what, since people don't want to come down, I'm going to move it. And he started sailing. And when the boys realized that he was very serious, they now decided to jump into the river to swim to shore, which eventually caused the death of 6 of them. Only 2 of them made it back to land. Clearly, this was a drowning incident caused by decisions of these young men to swim back to shore, knowing very well that they were not the best swimmers out there. However, many people are saying that this sailor should be held responsible for their death. That regardless of the version, whether or not he told them or whether or not he did not tell them, he shouldn't have moved the shaft, knowing that there were young people on it and some of them may not have been able to swim, because when the boys were diving into the water from the shaft at the beginning of their fun, it was at the shallow part of the water, at the shores, very close to the land. So it wasn't really deep, as you can see from some of the videos circulating. And he probably should have known that some of them couldn't swim. They feel that this sailor did it maliciously and therefore should be held responsible for the deaths of these young men. That he never should have moved his rig until everybody who was not supposed to be on that shaft left. But he sailed the ridge regardless, putting the lives of many in danger. And so therefore, people believe or people think that he should be held responsible for their death. All 6 bodies of these young men who passed were soon recovered, and joint burial was conducted for them, sponsored by their church. The death on the Lake Kariba is a very sad and unfortunate event and not a very good way to start the new year. However, this tragic incident would leave a mark in the lives of many people who knew and loved these young men. But here is my question. Do you think the sailor should be held responsible for the deaths of these young men? Or do you think that this was just an unfortunate incident caused by decisions of these young boys to swim towards the shore, knowing fully well that they weren't very good swimmers. I would like to hear your thoughts on this story. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me and I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you.